The connection between elasticity of demand and revenue is a pretty important one. The reason we need to know something about the price elasticity of demand to know something about how revenue is going to change with any given price change is because with any price change, we have a quantity change that occurs in the opposite direction, moving along a demand curve. So, revenue is the product of price and quantity. So if price is going up but quantity is going down, without information on the size of those effects, the relative size of those effects, we can't really say what's going to happen to revenue. So let me just try to jot down a way that I remember this and I think has been useful for students. All right, let's think about the case of price elastic demand. And total revenue is defined as price times quantity. And let's just talk this through for an example where price goes up and quantity goes down. Okay, so let's think about this price elastic demand. Price goes up. Well, what's going to happen to quantity? It's going to go down, and indeed it's going to go down by more than the price goes up. Remember that the elasticity of demand is just the ratio of the percentage change in quantity demanded divided by the percentage change in price. That's always less than 1 because if price is going up, quantity is going down. So you've got in the case of a price rise, you've got a negative in the numerator and a positive in the denominator. But anyway, notice that if we've got this price elastic demand, price goes up, quantity demanded goes down. Let's think through this case where price goes up. Say it goes up by 1% just for convenience. If the price elasticity of demand is -2, well then the quantity demanded is going to fall by 2%. A 1% change in price leads to a 2% decline in quantity. And therefore, total revenue is going to go down. And if we think through that same price increase, but now in the case of a price inelastic demand, well, total revenue is still defined as price times quantity. That never changes. That's definitional. But now an increase in price is going to lead to a decrease in quantity, but only a very small one relative to that increase in price. That's what we mean by price inelastic. Remember, this fraction in absolute value is less than 1. That just means this denominator is bigger than the numerator. That's how you get a fraction less than 1. So in this case, total revenue is going to follow the price effect, and it's going to go up. So total revenue always follows the bigger of the two effects, quantity effect or price effect. So if the elasticity of demand is greater than 1 in absolute value, the bigger effect is going to be the quantity effect. So the revenue effect is going to follow the quantity effect. On the other hand, if we've got a price inelastic demand, here the quantity effect is smaller than the price effect, and the revenue effect is going to follow the price effect. And that's always going to be the way it works. Price elastic, revenue follows the quantity effect. Price inelastic, revenue follows the price effect. I guess I should make one more point, I guess I'll make this on a new page. Don't really need one. Anyway, if taxes are 0, then total revenue is the exact same as total expenditure. Sometimes we'll see later, actually the next unit of the course, we'll introduce the analysis of taxes, and we'll see if there's a tax, then consumers lay out some total expenditure, the government collects a tax, and producers get what's left. But if we don't have any taxes, total revenue, total expenditure are the same, and that's why when we talk about elasticity, I often flip back and forth between talking about total revenue and total expenditure.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.